This here is the Oraimo Smartwatch Pro. It's a 24,000 naira smartwatch and it's got a great curved IPS touchscreen, has a 9.95mm band, it has an anti-oil and anti-fingerprint coating on the screen. It's IP68 water and dust resistant. It comes with a couple of sensors including a heart rate sensor and a pedometer for counting steps, and this watch also tracks a lot of activities, up to 13 of them, which I'll be sharing with you later in this video. But is this a good enough smartwatch for you? Let's find out. In typical Oraimo fashion, we have a green box with white text all over. In the box, the first thing you see is the Smartwatch Pro. Next, there's the welcome guide / manual, and the last item in the box is the proprietary magnetic charging cable. Picking up the watch, it has some weight, which gives it a premium feel. We have the silver coated side, but the main material this watch is made from is zinc alloy, with a single button to the right of the screen. This is the power button, and its main functions are to power on the device and turn on the screen when it's in standby mode. Although you find that you hardly use this button since the device has motion sensors that automatically turn on the screen with certain actions. This screen is a 1.69-inch IPS touchscreen display that measures 240 by 280 pixels. At the back of the watch, you'll find the sensors and the magnetic charging ports. The straps are made of polycarbonate / CPU rubber, but they feel quite nice and they have not caused me any discomfort, at least for the past 4 days I've been using the watch. The straps are easily removed and replaced using these pins, and you can purchase extra straps in multiple colors from the Oraimo store for as low as 2,200 naira per strap, which is about $4.5. For other specs, the Oraimo watch comes with a 200 mAh battery, Bluetooth version 5.0. It is IP68 water resistant, meaning you can take this swimming. Not in salt water though, but overall this is a good looking smartwatch. It's got quite noticeable bezels and the bottom bezel is larger. I wish the bezels were all uniform, as it would have given this watch a much better look in the front. So enough with the look, feel and specs. How does this function as a smartwatch and fitness device? Well, for the smartwatch features, you need to first download the JoyWear 2 app and register. After registering, you need to pair the watch with your phone in the JoyWear app. This pairing process takes less than 30 seconds to complete. After pairing, you find all the features you want to share from your smartphone to the watch. You can download new watch faces or create custom watch faces on the app and also send them to your watch, and there are quite a lot of watch faces you can pick from. You can control what notifications you receive on your watch. For me, I have set it up to only show notifications from my emails, WhatsApp messages and YouTube notifications on the watch. Now, the weird thing, however, is although this watch has a big enough screen, you cannot read your full messages on the watch, which is quite painful, to be honest. I'd like to just read a text message directly from the watch, but I guess the thinking behind this is the watch isn't meant to distract you from your daily life. It's meant to notify you that there is a message and then you can read it on your phone when you're ready. And besides, it wouldn't be very comfortable to keep scrolling through tiny texts on your wrists. The Oraimo Smartwatch Pro has the ability to remind you of SMS you have received but haven't read over time, calls, and when you've been sitting for too long. It gives you a gentle buzz on your wrist to remind you that you've been sitting for too long. You can also set it to wake when you raise your hand, and this may reduce your battery life as you may have the screen turn on even when you're not intentionally wanting to look at the screen of the smartwatch. You can also find your watch using the find bracelet features in case you forgot where you put your watch. Although I feel like this feature could have been much better. If the watch plays a sound when you're looking for it, that would have been more helpful. But currently the watch only vibrates when you use the find my watch feature, and really if you truly don't know where that watch is or if it's hidden in some crevice, you probably will never hear that vibration. So I thought that the Oraimo team should take a look at this feature and make it play a sound instead. So for the workout and tracking functions, I'll talk about the most important features most people will use this watch for, which are the heart rate monitoring, sedentary reminder, and running or walking activity tracking. For the heart rate and sedentary reminders, they work quite okay. You get a vibration when you've been sitting for about an hour, and the heart rate monitor was quite on par with my Mi Band 6. They mostly got matching readings, which is good. So there are some other things I would like to show you on the Oraimo Watch Pro. One of them is the activity tracking ability of this watch, and to do that, just swipe to the right and click on workout, and you can see there is a list of activities that this watch can track. And to track anyone, tap on the one you want to track. It does a countdown and starts tracking that activity, and when you are done tracking that activity, you can swipe to the left and stop the activity, and then it stops it, and then you can see details about that particular activity that you just tracked: the duration, the steps, the mileage covered, the calories burned, your beats per minute for your heart rate, and others. If you're depending on this watch alone to give you accurate readings in terms of your step counters, it's really not very accurate. You can also do things like control your music from your smartwatch. So if I go into the music here, and if I press the play button here, you can see that the song starts playing. And if I pause this, it stops, and I play. So that's the music control feature on this phone. The next is you can view your messages on the phone, and there are even more options, things like your stopwatch, a timer, and a flashlight as well. In conclusion, this is a step in the right direction from Oraimo. Some people may laugh and say it's not up to their standard, and yes, you'll be right. But looking at this watch, knowing that this is the second or third iteration from Oraimo, you can tell that a few years down the line, they'd have much better and higher quality smartwatches with higher quality materials and even better software. I mean, they can only get better from here. If you take a look around you, you'd begin to see more and more people here in Nigeria using the Oraimo products, from their earphones to their power banks, and now I'm beginning to see even more people with their smartwatches. For 24,000 Naira, the Oraimo Smartwatch Pro is a decent entry into the smartwatch market. And if you're on a budget, this is one you need to take a look at. I'd love the Oraimo team to improve on the overall software and UI experience. I would love to see an Oraimo smartwatch with an OLED screen as well. Overall, I'm impressed with the Oraimo Smartwatch Pro. If you have any questions about the Oraimo Smartwatch Pro, please leave them in the comment sections, and don't forget to like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.